What if I told you that for less than what you'd pay for a used luxury SUV in the US, you could slide behind the wheel of a full-size Chinese flagship that rockets from 0 to 62 miles per hour in roughly 3.1 seconds, seats 6 people across 3 rows, packs tech that makes legacy automakers look sleepy, and still leaves enough cash in your pocket to take your entire family on a vacation? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, buckle up, because this monster actually exists. Meet the Zeekr 9X. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Because if you think you've seen everything the automotive world has to offer, China is about to humble you in ways you didn't expect. Right from the start, the Zeekr 9X makes one thing clear: it's not just another EV or typical hybrid. No, this is a 3-row, 6-seat, full-size luxury SUV from Zeekr, engineered with specs that feel like they were stolen from a supercar blueprint. We're talking a combined system output of up to 1,030 kilowatts, which translates to well over 1,300 horsepower, and a claimed total driving range topping 1,200 kilometers. Yes, you heard that right. More than 1,300 horsepower in a family SUV from China. Feeling a little jealous yet? Now, I know what you're wondering. Okay, the specs are crazy, but what does it actually look like? Is this all marketing fluff? Fair question. So let's break down the design. Because the Zeekr 9X doesn't just want to compete, it wants to make a statement. Up front, it hits you with real presence. A wide, confident stance, bold surfaces, and a face that means business. The SUV stretches 5,239 millimeters in length and up to 2,229 millimeters in width, depending on configuration. The hood flows elegantly into a sculpted grille zone, though. Since it's a PHEV, the traditional grille is replaced with a more futuristic intake and aerodynamic panels. The headlights? Sleek laser-styled LED units carved with sharp character lines, giving the front end a look that sticks in your memory. The bumper features strong air intakes and defined surfaces that blend function with attitude. The whole front reminds me of something like a BMW X7, but reimagined with a more sci-fi edge. Move to the side and the proportions turn even more dramatic. A long 3,169 millimeters wheelbase pushes the wheels out wide, and massive tires fill the arches with confidence. The slightly flared fenders, sweeping body lines, and almost coupe-like roof posture give it an athletic, high-end profile. Flush door handles, on some trims, add modern sophistication. The subtle taper of the window line toward the rear adds motion even when parked, and combined with contrasting chrome black trim, it all feels unmistakably premium. Honestly, if you park this beside a Mercedes GLS at a dealership, most people wouldn't guess it costs half as much, which it does, in China. Swing to the rear and the Zeekr 9X doesn't dial it down. A full-width taillight design stretches across the back, giving it a wide, planted stance. The bumper is muscular with diffuser-like elements, balancing strength and elegance. The tailgate is large and practical, clearly designed to prioritize family usability. And trust me, we're just warming up. The interior is where things get downright shocking. This isn't your average hybrid setup. Under the hood and beneath the chassis is a plug-in hybrid system built around a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with multiple electric motors. The gas engine alone produces around 275 horsepower. But the electric motors? Those are on another level. Up front, you've got a 290 kilowatts motor. In the rear, 2 motors at roughly 377 kilowatts each. When everything works together, you get that insane 1,030 kilowatts total output. And yes, that's more than 1,300 horsepower in a family SUV from China. Still jealous? Now, let's crack open the interior, because this is where the Zeekr 9X goes full flagship luxury. It's a true 6-seater with 2 captain's chairs in the second row. Some versions even offer zero-gravity reclining seats with extendable footrests. Think business-class lounge vibes inside an SUV. The headrests come with built-in speakers. You've got multi-zone climate control, customizable ambient lighting, and high-end leather, either real or top-tier vegan options, paired with actual metal or wood inlays, depending on the trim. This isn't cheap EV interior. This is full-blown, high-end craftsmanship. The dashboard? Dominated by large, dramatic displays. One report claims a 17-inch OLED center screen is standard. A fully digital gauge cluster sits ahead of the driver, and the whole center stack feels futuristic and clean, with minimal physical buttons replaced by haptic touch controls. Infotainment is powerful, backed by a top-tier sound system up to 3,800 watts in some configurations. But the Zeekr 9X doesn't stop at luxury. it delivers serious substance too. A 900 volts architecture enables extremely fast charging. You get vehicle-to-load and vehicle-to-vehicle power transfer, an advanced air suspension with serious ride height adjustability, an active anti-roll system, and dual-valve continuous damping. The result? A ride that feels more limousine than typical SUV. Rear seat features are equally impressive. Second-row passengers get footrests, their own climate settings, a panoramic sunroof depending on trim, and easy access to a surprisingly usable third row. Unlike many SUVs where the third row feels like a punishment, this one is genuinely practical for adults on moderate trips. Storage is everywhere. Deep door pockets, clever compartments, generous cup holders, hidden wireless chargers, and tons of USB-C ports. The designers clearly understood that modern families demand constant connectivity. Everything inside feels premium soft-touch surfaces, elegant accent lighting, high-quality stitching, open-pore wood, brushed metal. The doors close with solid, satisfying weight. Even with the large glass areas, the cabin insulation is reportedly excellent. In short, the Zeekr 9X's interior nails the trifecta: technology, luxury, and real-world usability. Now let's talk about dimensions, because families care about space. The Zeekr 9X measures 5,239 millimeters long, up to 2,229 millimeters wide, and 1,819 millimeters tall, depending on trim. The long wheelbase of 3,169 millimeters translates to generous cabin room. The 6-seat 2+2+2 layout provides comfort in every row, and the third row is far from the cramped afterthought common in many SUVs. For American families accustomed to Tahoe or suburban space, this thing feels like a legitimate alternative. The cargo area is big and flexible, especially with the rear seats folded flat. There are underfloor compartments, massive center storage zones, and plenty of room for strollers, luggage, and road trip gear. The adjustable 110 millimeters of ride height makes loading and unloading even easier, something parents will appreciate. Alright, moment of truth. You've stuck with me through the wild specs, the luxury interior, the family practicality, so how much does this futuristic beast cost? In China, the official pricing ranges from roughly $63,910 to $84,280, depending on battery and trim level. To put that into perspective, that's less than many fully loaded German full-size SUVs in the US. And those don't offer even half the cutting-edge hybrid tech or performance numbers you're getting here. A similarly optioned BMW X7 or Mercedes GLS in the US can easily cross $100,000. Yet for mid-tier pricing, the Zeekr 9X gives you next-generation tech, flagship luxury, three-row practicality, and futuristic powertrains. So now it's your turn. What would you choose? A US, market Audi Q7 or Volvo XC90 for similar money? Or take a bold leap and go for something like the Zeekr 9X, which shatters the norm with space, technology, speed, and value? Let me know in the comments, do you think the Zeekr 9X could shake up the American family SUV segment? Or will it struggle due to brand recognition, import costs, and after-sales concerns? Drop your thoughts below. I want your full take. And hey, if you enjoy diving into these futuristic Chinese machines, trust me, I'm right there with you. Smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because next time, we're reviewing a Chinese car so wild it'll make you question whether you even need a Lamborghini. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, keep chasing the future of driving. From the front, the Zeekr 9X hits you with pure presence, a wide, slightly aggressive stance that makes it look ready to challenge anything in its class. The length comes in at 5,239 millimeters, and the width stretches up to 2,229 millimeters, depending on the spec. The hood flows down into a sculpted grille area, though since it's a PHEV, it's less of a traditional grille and more of a stylized intake with aerodynamic detailing. The storage options are endless too. Underfloor compartments, deep door pockets, multiple cup holders, hidden wireless chargers, USB-C ports everywhere, and advanced connectivity including 5G. The materials feel premium, the sound insulation is impressive, and every detail inside suggests flagship instead of budget-friendly EV. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into futuristic cars like this, drop a comment, hit that like button, share the video, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss what's coming next.